Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my second to last governor's prediction of this election cycle. It's a pretty important one, and make sure to watch till the end of the video. So, before we fill in any of the 11 governor's races up for grabs this year, Democrats have control of 20 states and Republicans 19. Most of these states, as you can see, are Republican favored. For example, Utah, Montana, North Dakota, Missouri, West Virginia, and Indiana. Indiana, we have an incumbent senator retiring and instead running for governor, and there's also Vermont. Vermont is interesting. Vermont is an extremely blue state, probably the bluest in the entire country. And how do they have a safe Republican governor? That's because that governor is a rhino. Phil Murphy is a rhino. You can't deny that. I mean, he is one. He's a literal progressive. If he wasn't, Vermonters would have kicked him out by now. But he's still there and he's going to get reelected. Now let's talk about Washington. Washington Governor Jay Inslee is term limited, so he is not running for reelection this year. And instead, we have a new Democrat who I believe will win by around 13 points. If it was still Jay Inslee, he would win by a safe margin around 16, 17 points. Now let's talk about Delaware. It's going to be a safe Democratic seat. Not surprising. But then we go down to North Carolina. North Carolina, before we saw Mark Robinson have a major scandal. Look at this, a major dip. The major dip actually happened even before his scandal. His scandal happened around September. He was already trailing Stein by 10 points. He fell by even more. Robinson is not going to win. I mean, come on. This is based on a lot of polls, too. 81 polls. Mark Robinson, he had a chance before. He no longer has a chance. I'm sorry, guys. And it's North Carolina. North Carolina was never really a solid Republican state. It was always like a swing state. Democrats win North Carolina by a likely Democratic margin. Now, the last state we have is going to be New Hampshire. New Hampshire is quite close. In New Hampshire here is it's up for grabs. It's Joyce Craig versus Kelly Ayotte. Current Republican Governor Chris Sununu won re-election in 2022, but he will not seek re-election. And remember, New Hampshire governor happens every 2 years. So it's going to be Kelly Ayotte versus Joyce Craig. I believe polling just showed this. Ayotte does slightly have an edge on Craig, and I believe that will actually happen in the general election, and Republicans win New Hampshire by a lean margin. I know this video was really short, but I mean, come on, it's a governor's. There's only 11 seats. Most of them are super uncompetitive. And now with North Carolina not competitive, all we really have to talk about is New Hampshire. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.